The following is a podcast from a qualified senior care provider heard on the Answers for Elders radio show.
And welcome back, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And I am here with architect and aging in place expert, Mr. Aaron Murphy. And Aaron is a dear friend of mine. I'm so glad we've reconnected. He's got an amazing program for all of us to learn about. And the best part of it all is he's here in the Pacific Northwest. So anyone that is interested in staying in your home as you age, this is for you. If you're a boomer, you're sitting there thinking, how am I going to live moving forward? Obviously, there's a lot of things that come into play. And Aaron, you started at the last segment. We were talking about your new site, which is called ForeverHome. Fill us in about what that is.
Yeah, so I started ForeverHome. Gosh, I've been doing this for 13 years, and we just did a rebrand and a relaunch. It's that simple. ForeverHome for me is an opportunity to take what we do as an architecture firm for 12 to 20 people a year, design forever houses with aging in place and universal design solutions. And now with our tech world, same reason we're living a third longer than we did at the end of World War II, right? Our tech world has offered me the opportunity to take what I know national, because the silver tsunami to me is, it's been crashing on our shores at 10,000 people a day, turning 65 since 2011.
Exactly.
So, right. And so, right, the waves are there. This is happening.
They are.
And I've realized that I want to help more people. And the only way that I can do that actually is to switch from training the consumer to training the trainer. And so ForeverHome will become a group of experts, occupational therapists, general contractors, remodelers, home designers, and the affiliate products and all those things that go with how do I stay at home best? Because the one thing we've learned from Amazon is that people are okay spending, but they do want one-stop shopping and they do want vetted and trusted professionals. And so that's what we're doing at ForeverHome.
Well, and it's absolutely true, Aaron, because people want to know, I always say, how can you find somebody you can trust, especially if somebody's going into your house and certainly, ripping apart walls or widening doorways or putting, remodeling bathrooms and all the things that happen. But, there's this thing in the back of our minds is this too much? Is this really what I need? Kind of thing. And I think one of the things that your site is giving people is an opportunity to understand the whole process. It fills in the blanks of, I have to look at how am I going to be 5 years from now? I suffer personally from arthritis, and I sit there and think, I'm already feeling it in my hips and my knees. I'm fine now, but I know that, maybe 5 years from now, it's not going to be so easy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because this is the part of aging, right? So what you're doing is you're giving the ability to have longevity. And I think that's important. And, I guess the thing is, as you've done this, you've got to have had some amazing stories and successes.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I mean, talk about making dreams come true, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could take this from any angle. I can tell you that staying home 12 years longer saves you $500,000 in retirement, mathematically compared to assisted living. I can tell you that assisted living is a multi-billion-dollar industry that openly admits they only capture 5 to 8% of the population. So to your point, we all want this. The question is, do we want to talk about it? And I do. I have so many hundreds of success stories over the past decade of helping people solve their problem. You only sell two things in life, Suzanne. You sell stopping a pain or making a dream come true. And if that's not how you talk to people, then you don't understand marketing and sales. And so my point is simple, that my goal is to connect with human beings, peel the onion. The truth is 3 levels deep. Stay in a conversation long enough to get to real truths, real desires. And then that's how we solve that problem for folks.
Well, and I think the other thing that's happening in the US is we're seeing a lot more of multi-generational housing. where mom or dad might move in with son and daughter or vice versa, kind of thing. And I think one of the things that son and daughter can do is they're going to say, okay, well, I'm going to bring mom in. We're going to sell mom's house and they're going to remodel, the basement or an area for mom to live with us. Are you finding that more and more?
Yeah, the trend is starting. And there's a number of reasons, right? The price of housing, the missing middle, if you want to use kind of urban planning and home construction terms. I just wrote a blog, actually, you'll get a kick out of this, called Your Sex Life is Over, Mom's Moving In.
Oh my goodness.
Right? Have you thought it through? Have you planned ahead? Is there a way to bring a family member into your home and everybody stays happy? You still have some privacy. Mom still has some independence. Not thinking about, that's why the joke of the title of the blog, right?
Right.
Let me help you think about what it might turn out like if you're not willing to plan.
Yeah. And obviously you are looking for a network of people across the country to help. I mean, obviously there's one of you. How do you duplicate yourself and how can you, bring a whole network together? What are you looking for?
That's a great point. And actually exactly the right question, right? There needs to be 1,000 of me out there. There needs to be a me in Atlanta. There needs to be a me in San Diego. So what we're doing at ForeverHome for professionals, B2B, is we're actually writing a full coaching 1-year coursework, and you'll become ForeverHome certified as a pro.
That's amazing.
Okay.
And I bet it's lots better than CAP certification.
So all of them, CAPS, CLIPS, CSA, right?
Yeah.
They're great ideas. They do a wonderful job of setting a baseline foundation.
Yeah.
But you take out the breaks and those 3 days are a total of 6 hours apiece, 18 hours.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust somebody in my home with 18 hours of education.
No.
So yes, we're taking it way beyond that, which is why it's a year-long course.
Right. And so obviously, is if you're a small business and you're looking, wow, I might be a contractor, a remodeling contractor, something like that. I'd be interested, what advice would you give to a small business owner looking to get into the space right now?
Yeah. So the opportunity is unreal, right? And that's actually our first training module is the truth of the opportunity. The boomer and their families are the longest living, wealthiest, both by earning and inheritance, and will pass on in heirs more than anyone ever has in the history of the world.
Right.
So are you paying attention? Somebody's going to get this right. And it's either you coming and getting certified with us, or it's going to be that your competition figures this out and you start losing revenue share.
Yeah. And certainly though, all of these things are to be considered. And so Aaron and I are going to be right back, and we're going to talk a little bit more about ForeverHome and what's happening and where they're going to be in the next 3 to 5 years after this. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.